Industrial progress has undeniably propelled human civilization forward, bringing about unprecedented advancements and conveniences. However, this relentless pursuit has occasionally led to catastrophic events, leaving indelible marks on communities and industries worldwide. Today, we delve into 15 industrial explosions that not only shook the world but also reshaped safety protocols and industrial practices. On April 16, 1947, the port of Texas City, Texas, became the site of one of the deadliest industrial accidents in U.S. history. The French vessel SS Grand Camp, loaded with approximately 2,300 tons of ammonium nitrate, caught fire. Despite firefighting efforts, the ship exploded, causing a massive blast that killed over 500 people and injured thousands. The explosion triggered a chain reaction, igniting nearby ships and oil storage facilities, leading to further destruction. This disaster highlighted the dangers of handling volatile chemicals and prompted significant changes in regulations concerning the storage and transportation of hazardous materials. In Oppau, Germany, on September 21, 1921, a BASF fertilizer plant experienced a catastrophic explosion. Workers were attempting to dislodge a caked mixture of ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate using dynamite, a common practice at the time. However, this method led to a massive blast that killed approximately 561 people and destroyed much of the town. The sheer scale of the explosion was felt up to 300 kilometers away. This tragedy underscored the need for safer handling and processing methods in the chemical industry. During World War II, on July 17, 1944, the Port Chicago Naval Magazine in California was the site of a devastating explosion. Sailors were loading munitions onto a cargo ship when an explosion occurred, killing 320 sailors and civilians, most of whom were African American. The blast was so powerful that it destroyed the pier and two ships, and the shockwave was felt miles away. This incident not only highlighted the dangers of handling explosives, but also brought attention to racial inequalities in the military, leading to changes in labor practices and contributing to the desegregation of the U.S. Navy. On January 4, 1966, in Fezines, France, a liquefied petroleum gas LPG storage facility experienced a catastrophic failure. A leak in one of the storage tanks led to the formation of a vapor cloud, which ignited and caused a series of explosions. The disaster resulted in 18 deaths and numerous injuries. The incident emphasized the importance of proper maintenance and monitoring of storage facilities and led to stricter safety regulations in the handling of LPG and other flammable gases. In the small village of Flicksborough, England, on June 1, 1974, a chemical plant producing caprolactam, a precursor to nylon, suffered a massive explosion. A temporary bypass pipe installed without proper design and safety considerations failed, releasing a large volume of cyclohexane vapor. The vapor ignited, leading to an explosion that killed 28 workers and injured 36 others. The blast caused extensive damage to the plant and surrounding areas. This disaster led to significant changes in industrial safety regulations in the UK, including the introduction of the Control of Major Accident Hazards (COMA) regulations. On July 10, 1976, in Seveso, Italy, a chemical plant manufacturing pesticides and herbicides released a toxic cloud containing dioxin, a highly poisonous compound. The accident occurred due to a runaway reaction in a chemical reactor. The toxic cloud affected several nearby towns, leading to the evacuation of over 600 people and health issues for thousands, including skin lesions and long-term health effects. The Seveso disaster prompted the European community to establish the Seveso Directive, aimed at preventing and controlling such industrial accidents. Near Mexico City on November 19, 1984, a series of explosions occurred at a liquefied petroleum gas (LPG) storage and distribution facility in San Juanico. A gas leak led to the formation of a vapor cloud, which ignited and caused a chain of explosions. The disaster resulted in over 500 deaths and thousands of injuries, with the surrounding area devastated by the blasts and ensuing fires. This incident highlighted the need for stringent safety measures in the storage and handling of LPG and led to reforms in industrial safety standards in Mexico. In the early hours of December 3, 1984, in Bhopal, India, a pesticide plant owned by Union Carbide released approximately 45 tons of methyl isocyanate gas. The toxic gas spread over the densely populated city, leading to immediate deaths estimated between 3,700 to 16,000 people, with hundreds of thousands suffering from acute and chronic health issues. The Bhopal disaster is considered the worst industrial accident in history and led to widespread changes in industrial safety regulations and corporate accountability worldwide. On April 26, 1986, reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine exploded during a late-night safety test gone wrong. The explosion released large quantities of radioactive particles into the atmosphere, which spread over much of Europe. 2 plant workers died on the night of the explosion, and 28 emergency workers and plant operators died within weeks due to acute radiation syndrome. Long-term effects include increased cancer rates and chronic health issues among the affected populations. The Chernobyl disaster remains one of the most infamous nuclear accidents in history, prompting significant changes in nuclear safety protocols and policies worldwide, including more rigorous reactor designs and improved emergency response procedures. In Henderson, Nevada, on May 4, 1988, the Pacific Engineering and Production Company of Nevada, PepCon plant, which produced ammonium perchlorate for rocket fuel, was engulfed in a catastrophic fire. The blaze quickly escalated, triggering 2 massive explosions that destroyed the facility. 2 workers lost their lives, over 300 were injured, and surrounding areas suffered severe damage. The blasts were so powerful that they were registered as a 3.5 magnitude earthquake. This disaster underscored the risks of inadequate safety measures when storing highly explosive materials, resulting in heightened standards for chemical storage and emergency protocols. On September 21, 2001, in Toulouse, France, a warehouse within the AZF chemical plant detonated, releasing an explosive force equivalent to 20 to 40 tons of TNT. The blast caused 31 deaths, over 2,500 injuries, and widespread destruction across the city. Investigations revealed that ammonium nitrate stored improperly within the facility was the catalyst for the explosion. Public outcry over the incident pressured authorities to impose stricter regulations on the storage and handling of volatile materials. This disaster highlighted the ongoing global challenge of ensuring industrial facilities are equipped to prevent such tragedies. The BP refinery in Texas City, Texas, suffered a catastrophic explosion on March 23, 2005, during the startup of a hydrocarbon unit. A vapor cloud formed and ignited, resulting in a massive explosion that claimed the lives of 15 workers and injured over 170 others. Subsequent investigations exposed glaring safety lapses, including ignored warnings and insufficient maintenance. BP faced substantial penalties and a public relations crisis. This tragedy drove comprehensive reforms in the oil refining industry, prioritizing employee safety and preventive maintenance. On April 20, 2010, the Deepwater Horizon offshore drilling rig in the Gulf of Mexico experienced a blowout that triggered an explosion, killing 11 workers and injuring 17 others. This marked the beginning of the largest marine oil spill in history, with millions of barrels of oil released into the ocean. The environmental devastation was immense, affecting marine ecosystems, coastal economies, and tourism for years. This disaster spurred sweeping regulatory changes in offshore drilling practices, focusing on blowout preventers, emergency response, and environmental safeguards. In Tianjin, China, on August 12, 2015, improperly stored hazardous chemicals, including ammonium nitrate, led to a fire and 2 colossal explosions at a logistics warehouse. The blasts were so powerful they registered as seismic events, killing 173 people and injuring nearly 800. Entire neighborhoods were leveled, with extensive environmental damage to the area. The disaster revealed systemic failures in enforcing safety regulations and catalyzed reforms in chemical storage and urban planning, as warehouses were situated dangerously close to residential zones. On August 4, 2020, one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in history devastated the port of Beirut, Lebanon. The blast was triggered by 2,750 tons of improperly stored ammonium nitrate, which had been confiscated years earlier and left in a warehouse without adequate safety measures. The explosion killed over 200 people, injured thousands, and caused widespread destruction across Beirut. This tragedy sparked global outrage and exposed the dire consequences of negligence and corruption in industrial oversight, prompting calls for accountability and international safety reforms. These industrial explosions reveal a troubling pattern of preventable errors, ranging from inadequate training and ignored warnings to unsafe storage practices. While each incident led to devastating loss of life and property, they also prompted reforms that reshaped industrial safety protocols. These events emphasize the need for stringent regulations, robust training programs, and a culture of accountability within industries. As technology continues to evolve and industries expand, the responsibility to prioritize safety becomes paramount. These disasters serve as cautionary tales, reminding us that progress should never come at the expense of human lives or environmental sustainability. Vigilance, innovation, and adherence to safety standards are crucial in ensuring a future where industrial advancement benefits humanity without endangering it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay informed and stay safe.